Good morning, sixth graders. Today we are going to continue looking at chapter 20. Remember, chapter 20 talks all about who makes up Minnesota today, okay? So if we go into our Friday folder, remember on our survey earlier in the week, a couple of you had mentioned it would be kind of nice just to have written to-dos, whether that be because this video doesn't work, because of your Wi-Fi, or if you just are more of a visual person. So I have created that, but it is really important that you still watch the videos because I can go much more in depth in these videos than I can do in a to-do list. Think of this as like your agenda board, that thing that's there when we walk into the room. But then the videos are me standing in front of the classroom telling you what to do, right? Or telling you how to do the assignment today. So it is really important that you do watch this whole video. So you're currently doing step number 1. Then you're going to download the Chapter 20 People of Minnesota worksheet. This worksheet is the worksheet in this folder focuses on 6 different stories of the people of Minnesota, and they're listed there. Today, you are going to pick 3 and read about their stories in the Northern Lights textbook app, okay? When you are done reading, you should be able to fill in the information on the worksheet. At the end of class time today, you should have 3 of the individual sections on the worksheet filled in. We will continue to work on this next week. There's nothing to turn in today. So the worksheet we're looking at is here. And you will put this into Notability, or you can print it off if you have access to a printer. Remember, that's always an option. And it's really, the chapter, remember, is called Who We Are Today. The directions are to examine the lives of several individuals or families who make up the rich diversity that exists in the state of Minnesota. Remember, diversity was talked about in our reading on Wednesday. And then the other word you're going to need to know today is ethnicity, means the country or culture of origin, okay? They're going to want you to identify the ethnicity of each individual. So you're going to find out what country or culture they started in, okay? Or they can trace back their family history to, okay? So you're also going to talk about challenges they've faced. That can be here in Minnesota or before they got to Minnesota, okay? Some of our stories are first generation families, meaning that they came to Minnesota from a different country. And some of our stories, their families have been here for years and years and years. And then the other thing that I want you to look at is the involvement and growth in Minnesota. So what have they done here in Minnesota, and how have they changed since they've been in Minnesota? So if you want to look at it another way, you're going to kind of look for some negatives in their lives and then some positive things in their lives, okay? So if we look here, we're going to start with
Sarah. Sammy Ardito Rivera's parent.
So Sammy Ardito Rivera is here. You're going to listen to her story, okay? And remember, today you're picking 3, okay? And I don't care which 3 you do. You're going to do the other 3 on Tuesday, I think, of next week.
Faye Ockenpaw.
Okay, and notice each story also talks a little bit about, or it also shows where in Minnesota they kind of call home. You'll notice they have the Mississippi River. And what is this river? The one with the deep V in southern Minnesota. Hope you said Minnesota River. This is still Faye's story.
Shong Pao Vang.
So then you'll listen to Sean's story. Or read, right? Your choice. Remember to listen. You just click these little marks there. You already read 14 and 15. Then we have Lourdes.
Lourdes Ortega Schwab.
So read her story. And remember that ethnicity part is either where they originally came from, what country they can trace their family back to, or what they identify with, what culture or country.
Ali Noor.
And again, we have that Minnesota map to know where they kind of call home here in Minnesota.
Carla Young.
So those are the 6 individuals you're going to meet and hear about. The other thing I want to show you guys that's going to help with that ethnicity piece is back in our introduction, we had a map that kind of highlights each one, okay? So if we click on this map, we see that there are some areas that are highlighted in red, okay? And then you'll notice it even says countries featured in this chapter. So if you are having trouble figuring out exactly which country each person is from, it's not going to tell you here, but hopefully you can make a connection that these are the 6 countries that you should have in this ethnicity piece, okay? Again, go ahead and choose 3 stories to read today and then fill those in. Again, I highly recommend you either read them to yourself or have them be read to you, okay? I think Sammy might be the only one whose country isn't listed here, but let's see, what does one do? Norway. Yep. So notice that Sammy is from the Ojibwe reservation. Okay, it says parents had always taught her to think of herself as Ojibwe. Most of her mother's family came from Minnesota's Leech Lake Reservation, and most of her father's family came from Minnesota's White Earth Reservation. So that's what you would put here. In the ethnicity, you would put Ojibwe. Okay. All right, 6th graders, that is your assignment for today. Remember, you have to do 3 stories. So you should read or listen to those 3 stories and then attempt to fill in these boxes. I would try to at least find 2 challenges or negative things in their lives, and then 2 or 3 positive things or the involvement and growth that they found in Minnesota, okay? That can be everything from being a part of organizations or furthering their education. It could be a bunch of different things in here, okay? If you have any questions, as always, let me know. Otherwise, have a great Friday and have a great weekend. Remember, on Monday, Green Group is going to come to school on Monday, and Gold Group is going to learn from home. And on Tuesday, the Gold Group is going to be at school with me, and then the Green Group is going to be learning from home, okay? As always, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, goodbye, 6th graders.